So here's your #1 featherweight contender. He got through a murderer's row to set up this shot at the title, and he knows this may not come around again. He's trying to make the most of it here tonight and head back home, the newly minted UFC featherweight champion of the world.
The winning streak that you have to have in order to get a featherweight championship opportunity is so great that when you get here, you have to make sure you're ready. This young man is ready. He's prepared mentally. He's prepared physically to go out there and try to become a champion. He told us time and time again, I'm the next Max Holloway. Let's see if he can get it done.
It is so hard to get to this spot at 45, 55, 70. He has done it. Now the question beckons, is he good enough to dethrone the champion? All right, so here he is, the UFC featherweight king, Alexander Volkanovski. And we have truly run out of superlatives when it comes to talking about this man and his mixed martial arts acumen. There are 3 guys who can lay claim to being the greatest featherweight of all time, and yet Alex is kind of distancing himself from that pack.
It's crazy. It's crazy how good Alexander Volkanovski is. I mean, you always knew he could fight. But to see some of the performances as of late, see how he continues to evolve and get better even as the champion is really impressive, and it's a credit to him and all of his coaches, but mostly his mindset. I don't know if there's a guy in fighting that has a higher fight IQ than Alexander the Great. I just like to take note of what I'm experiencing every time this guy steps in the octagon, because it's always something special.
And certainly since he signed with the UFC all the way back in 2016, he has been a promotional workhorse, strength of schedule as good as it gets, and of course, as he enters competition tonight, can lay claim to 4 combined wins over Jose Aldo and Max Holloway, greatest featherweight of all time. All right, now we bring you the tail of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. Here once more is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Diego Lopes! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Alexander the Great Volkanovski!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, here we go, early round action with the UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski. And when you want to talk about mixed martial arts evolution, perhaps no man has improved as much over the last 2 or 3 years than the featherweight king Alexander Volkanovski, so much so that his opponent tonight doesn't necessarily know what he is in for. Well, Alexander Volkanovski has never lost a pro fight at 145 pounds, and if his boxing is any indication, that is a record that is probably going to hold up after tonight.
I mean, Volkanovski follows the game plan to a T. Whatever you set out for him, he is going to do, and he's going to do it at the highest level. We saw that in his fight against Max Holloway when he became the UFC featherweight champion.
Oh, man, these fighters are trading strikes early on.
It's exactly what we expected from these two.
Oh! And there's a takedown attempt. Frantic pace early on to this one. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. There's the single. All right, well, he's got him softened up here.
Oh, right into mount.
All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful.
Beautiful transition.
Volkanovski getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Another ground and pound strike lands. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position. Great ground and pound by this man.
Oh, looked like that strike from the bottom fighter got the crowd's attention. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Just over 2 minutes to go in round one. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon.
Under 2 minutes to go in a back and forth first round here. Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's ripe for the picking. Go and pick the fruit. He sets up that leg kick beautifully.
Straight right hand, no good. While the champ Volkanovski continues to keep his opponent guessing here tonight, you lower the guard and he goes up the stairs and was able to land the right hand there.
Landed that beautiful right hand. So if you start thinking leg kick, if you start thinking right hand, Alexander Volkanovski will change levels, slow into you. And when he gets his hands locked, you're going for a ride. This guy's a full-on mixed martial arts fighter.
Right, mixing up the leg kicks nicely, and that thigh starting to show some visible signs of bruising.
You know, you can't even worry about what that high leg kick does now. You have to worry about the dividends that it will pay as we go forward in this fight.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Volkanovski. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
All right, now we got some blood, ladies and gentlemen. It looks as though that shot has cut him open.
Now we're in a fight. Now we're in a fight, John. I mean, he got the blood flowing. Guy's got a cut. Let's see how this fight plays out going forward.
Final seconds here. Round two is next.
Hey, stop.
All right, good news is the round is over. Bad news, Volkanovski's bleeding from the forehead a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as the fight continues. Hopefully the cut man can do his work and get it under control so it doesn't bleed down into the fighter's eyes. Well, if you like blood, maybe this is the fight for you because blood has really become a factor, and it's a cut that appears to be right above his eye.
That's one of the worst spots for you to get a cut because then the blood starts to come down and it goes into the eye. It's difficult already to see, but when you got one of the best mixed martial artists in the world targeting it, it becomes impossible.
They call that the trickle-down effect.
You ready to
That's what
fight?
that is?
That's right.
Ready.
All right, round two. DC, he is hurt.
What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement on that shot.
Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. All right, so he's landed a few big uppercuts already. And DC, I know you're in the prediction business. You think he's going to set it up again here?
I am certain he's going to try and set that up again. Expect it to come off of a left hook because off the left hook, you don't anticipate the next punch coming right up the middle. He's real good at trying to find that shot.
looked like he might have landed there. Instead, a swing and a miss by Volkanovski. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. All right, so you see some redness on that calf. Maybe he's starting to slow down a little bit.
It looks like he is. Starting to really hurt him.
Beautiful leaving the body by him there. Again, we'll talk off the top about it. Is that a huge strike right there? I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh, with authority, the body. Nice front kick. Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. And right now it's starting to show.
Oh, and he lands another knee there.
Oh! Hurt bad.
Oh, a big left hand.
Oh, nice body shot.
Oh, the jab followed by the right hand. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Big right hook there by the champ.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. Volkanovski's in half guard now. Nice transition into full guard here. We'll see what he chooses to do now.
He's going to be trying to pass to half or eventually get the full guard, full mount, sorry.
Well, doing his able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Lands with the ground and pound. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through.
Nice transition. He's got him flat on his back.
Seconds to go in the round. Takes the back, now going for the rear naked choke. Oh, that rear naked choke attempt is tight. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it shows in that defense.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Volker. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit.
This work, I'll stand this up. This work.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here.
Great submission defense on display tonight.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Volkanovski. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Oh, how about that transition to top position? Beautiful work by Volkanovski.
Getting them out here. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Round 3 next. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure, but nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, back to the stool, and he is officially swole, and I'm not talking about muscles. He is swollen up top.
I mean, he looks bad. It's because he was too stationary. He was on the receiving end of too many big shots. He was beat up. He was battered. He was bruised. And look at all the swelling. It shows that he has taken far too many.
You ready? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh!
He's hurt bad.
Punch left. It's a good right hand right there. That's it. You gotta get that over.
That shot blocked by Volkanovski. Leg kicks all day. His mobility is compromised. Might get it back a little bit as the fight continues, but that's an obvious limp right now.
Well, it's going to take ice on the calf, ice on the thigh when he gets to the corner.
Holy smokes!
Oh, nice judo. Great save, took down the overhand. Now he's hurt.
That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, in the night, that one landed right on the spot.
Well, that overhand, big weapon for him throughout his career. It's been there all night. Look for him to go back to it here. Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other decision.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight. But we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
All right, well, that blow is bossing from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Oh, looks as though that right eye might be starting to shut. Yes, it is. Good series of punches by him there. He has been busy throughout.
He's doing a great job with the hands. He looks like a professional boxer out there.
Leg kick lands. We passed the midpoint here of the fight. We're not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up now. Well, you can sense the corner frustration. He has not had any answer for these body shots, and now you see the visible damage.
Well, his coaches are wondering, where's the defenses? We worked on this. We knew this would be an attack that they would come with. Why are you not doing what we've trained? He's got to change something, man. He's got to tuck that elbow. He's got to roll and turn. He cannot continue to take these body shots.
Another takedown lands.
Rubber guard for him now, DC. Some people believe this is nothing more than a stall tactic. What do you think the offensive fighter is trying to do?
He needs to regain his posture, right? He needs to shove that foot down from around his neck, shove it down, build your base, get that arm free, and then get back to work, trying to advance position to your ground and pound. If you play in there, you can find yourself in a lot of danger if you're not careful.
Muito bom, é isso aí, mantenha a posição. Você tá indo bem. Relaxa, respira. Isso!
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man, I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg, you got to be careful here.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
So wisely, he continues to attack that area that is cut wide open. When you were fighting, was that something you would do? You see a cut, try to attack it?
It's like a target.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to get your hands on that cut. You want to punch him in it. You want to elbow him in it. Anytime you see your work paying off, you go down the path.
Look how excited you just got talking about punching a dude who's already wide open. Like, you got really excited.
It is, right? And I'm old now. I don't even want to fight no more, but I do love a little damage.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, there's the horn. The round is over, but not before he was cut on his nose from the strikes in that round. Back to the stool. Cut man is in. Should be able to shut that cut and prevent it from becoming an issue moving forward. But, of course, as soon as he gets struck in that next round, it could open back up. All right, so that's the end of the round. A lot of highlights from which to choose, but his success in that round certainly rooted in his offensive takedown game.
And that's what he does, right? He's a grinder. He's the type of guy that wants to get a hold of you, drag you to the floor. It doesn't bother him that much if you get back to your feet. He just wants to continue to make you work the entire time because he understands this type of grind most guys can't keep up with.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish. Good jab there by the champion.
Bleeding now, nasty cut on his nose.
Lands a quick jab.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, nice kick to the body there. Well, there it is again. He seems to be fighting. Thunderous leg kick rounds his opponent a little bit, trying to stay upright. But man, that changed the complexion of this fight.
Johnny's hurt. He's hurt really badly by that one big leg kick.
That guillotine is tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Good work, guys.
And now he's in side control.
North-south position, crowd just can't help itself but to laugh. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Volkanovski. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
Now he's going full mount.
Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cut man's going to have some work to do if we get to the stool between rounds.
But that's why we got the best in the business. We got the best cut men in the business, and they are going to need him right now because this cut is getting worse, and it's only going to continue to get worse because he has got a killer in front of him. Nice transition.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
He hasn't moved on the bottom, and now he's starting to swell after he takes another ground and pound strike.
Oh, Volkanovski's back in full mount. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike.
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
Volkanovski's eye now closing up.
Massive shot from the top.
Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would say.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Well, no surprise to see him rinse and repeat as he continues to target that swelling upstairs.
Targeting that swollen eye, getting back after him, making him work, and recognizing like, hey, this is my path. It's working, I'm gonna stay on. All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
All right, feet on the hips here.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
All right, big storyline starting to develop here. That cut really starting to get wide open as this fight continues.
And you can watch it, you see it. You can see it becoming his focus as he's popping him on that cut. And it's starting to open up more and more as the fight goes long.
Ground and pound strike there now. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. Oh, so saved by the bell. He was getting grounded and pounded something fierce there near the end of the round. You see it's gonna take him a good chunk of these 60 seconds between rounds just to get back to his feet. So a big moment here at the end of the round. We'll see if he can recover in time to make the walk here for this next round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Fifth and final round. Going to the body now with that hook shot. Nicely done by Volkanovski. Eats a jab there. Oh, he's got him hurting here.
Like that. Like that.
Wow, all things considered, pretty good shot from bottom position.
Great shot from the top position. He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Volkanovski's got the full mount. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Changing the position.
Great job landing from the top position.
We'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
That guillotine is tight.
Oh, great submission defense. All right, half guard for him here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, go back to position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
A lot of top pressure being applied here.
There it is. Now he's going to mount.
We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head.
He's got to start throwing down.
Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Back mount now. All right, so he earned respect from his opponent early on with the power, and now the swelling really started to become a factor, champ.
The swelling's starting to become a factor. This guy is so good at recognizing a weakness in his opponent. He got him hurt, he got him swollen a little bit, and now it's starting to pay dividends.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
Oh, nice. Oh, right into mount. He's doing a great job of recognizing that he's damaging his opponent, and he keeps going to that spot.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position.
Nice defense.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
These ground strikes are starting to add up.
Now he's got a good body position. Yup.
1 minute to go in the fight.
Oh, good defense. Yes.
Well, shades of Anthony Showtime Pettis against Tony Ferguson, just mashed in blood. This is not looking good.
Yeah, it was like all Ferguson's fighters, right? He was just destroy people. And that's exactly what he looks like right now. He looks like he has been on the receiving end of all the elbows thrown by Tony Ferguson. His cut is really bad. Getting them out here.
Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here.
Oh, big elbow.
Oh, Volkanovski's in half guard.
Great submission defense.
Posture's up now, and back and forth action right till the final horn. What a tremendous finish to this one as we go the full 25 minutes. The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has it.
5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 49-46, and 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Diego Lopes!
All right, so there he is, the man of the hour. That's going to be some after party tonight. Caution, flammable.